Hello, community. Hello, collective. This is going to be a pick a card reading. Welcome to Sunny's Tarot. If you are new, welcome, welcome. Please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe if you resonate with these messages. If you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome. These are messages for your past life. This is a past life reading. It is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't resonate in your situation. If you would like a personal reading, all my information for that is linked in the description box below. But this is going to be a past life reading. Please take what resonates, leave what does not resonate. You can also pick more than one pile. So pile number 1 is the blue card, pile number 2 is the green card, and pile number 3 is the red card. Please choose your piles wisely, and I'll get started with pile number 1. Okay. Hello, pile number 1 that chose the blue card. Past life reading. We have the World card, the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Magician. Okay, in the past life, there was something to do with somebody used to swipe. Swiping can be really significant and aggressive takes. The Magician in the World card is major here. A person used to manifest online. A person used to manifest in the world. Somebody was moving. Somebody always was moving. You could have been asleep. You may not have been spiritual at the time. You may not have been awake. You could have been more asleep. You could have been more connected to the world and worldly things. This looks like a person used to have a large grouping. They could have turned their back or turned like their cheek on specific individuals they used to ignore and pay attention. They paid attention to their group a lot. Others of you guys, you were very much spiritual, or you was really intuitive, or you listened to your hunches here, and you used to show off a lot. Some people would think that you are egotistic here. There's a lot to do with ego. Your ego, or you're really prideful. You have a large ego. You could have rejected some people, or you were actually, people used to judge you. People used to judge you before getting to know you. In the situation, I see a lot of judgment, a lot of judgmental individuals, but they wasn't ever really calling judgment. You could have been intimidating to people where they would want to call judgment on certain situations. They would want to like tell you about yourself, and it seemed as if they didn't really know you enough to talk, but they will be afraid to speak up. Some of you guys, some of these people, they would have had a problem with you in your image, like the way you look. You could have been extremely handsome, extremely beautiful here, and they wanted to be around you. They wanted to connect to you. Some of you guys, they wanted to engage or interact with you behind the scenes more, like in the spirit realm. They wanted to interact with you behind the scenes. Some of you, these people around you, they may not have been spiritual. Some wasn't, but their spiritual side wanted to engage or interact with you spiritually. It seems as if you would communicate with those that thought that they were pushed out, or they wasn't a part of your group, or there was a specific person that you had an interaction with, that you came into union with of some sort. This could be um, a past lover, like an ex of yours, or this could be a friend, somebody that was new to your group. In specific, a lot of you guys, this past life grouping is a soul tribe. They are divine beings to you. They were the right people for you to hang out with. And I'm seeing there was someone that was new to the group, and they enjoyed your cup, they enjoyed your presence, they enjoyed interacting with you, but they felt like at a distance, before getting to know you, they wouldn't have been able to say or do the things that they can say or do, because they thought that you were really mean. They thought that you would have lashed out immediately. For some of you guys, like, they wouldn't be able to cross boundaries, and they wasn't crossing boundaries, but maybe in this lifetime they could have been a karmic to you, where somebody is crossing your boundaries and somebody is really rude or disrespectful toward you. It could even be an individual wants you to feel left out, like trying to make it where you feel left out or you feel disrespected in a situation. And it's this new person to the group that your people didn't like. It was that your people didn't like, individuals around you didn't like this person, and it's because they wanted to fit in. So they will like complain if they have issues. They will try to it looks like a person was rejecting you low key. It looks like they were kind of like adjusting to your group or getting comfortable with you. They were getting comfortable with you to the point where even if they're having a bad day or a bad time, they was able to express that. And it was like, oh, okay, well, it was like you they felt intimidated by you before meeting you, but then once meeting you, they got comfortable, and they was even able to express themselves, even if it was like in a bad vibe being way. And a lot of you guys was like, yeah, because you know why that person has an attitude. Like, you know why a person's mad all the time. Like, low key, you know why a person's mad. Some of you guys said that to your group. Like, at first you was keeping it cordial, trying to to know a person, because you're not just gonna judge a person without getting to know them. A person was like assuming stuff before getting to know you, and your group didn't like him, but you was giving it a chance. And it seems like you could have said, you know why a person's mad, like, you know why a person has a bad vibe all the time. And it could have been linked to their status in the world, or it could have been linked to their background, because you could have seen things. You could have went over a person's house, or you could have been around that person's friends or something like that, or you heard something to do with their family or their old friends, or their relationship, and their background isn't healthy, so you knew why a person didn't have the best vibe. And they got mad. They started acting up. They also ran, like, they started missing days showing up. They was like sleeping, like, or they will act like they're tired, or something to do with acting like they're tired ever since then. But it was like, it wasn't even like you were rude or mean. A karmic wanted to see your clothes off or something like that. But I'm picking up here that a karmic, they were flaring, like, this person didn't have the best time, and an individual could have wanted to put in a complaint on you, or a person could have been drawing or writing curses, like emotionally breaking down, having a breakdown after you've noticed something. The individual was like, they were like not wanting to show up or be a part, but they were still focused on the background, and they were trying to manifest. They were trying to attack you ever since. They were also trying to call you fake. So if something to do with fake, they were trying to call you fake. They were also trying to work against you. They could have made a new group of friends. They absolutely ran from your group because they were in fear. They were in extreme fear. They were in so much fear that it was affecting you somehow. It was affecting you somehow. Like it was affecting you at your workplace in the past life, and it was affecting you in regards to your comfort. It was making you uncomfortable, giving you anxiety, okay, for some of you guys. But that's what I'm picking up in regards to a past life reading for you. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, all my information for that will be linked in the description box below. And I'll see you in my next one. Okay, hello, pile number 2 that chose the green card. Okay, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Hanged Man, you was okay, and the Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess. You were in a major position of authority in your past life. For pile number 2, you was in a major important position of authority. This could be in the spirit realm, this could be in the physical, but you was a person of authority. I'm getting in the physical a lot for the most part. I'm picking up in the physical. There was somebody that wants to support you, and it was like a karmic wanted to hurry up and tell you about yourself. Like now that you're waking up to yourself or something like that, or now that you're waking up or you are rising up in a situation in your spiritual journey, in your life path, now that you're rising, a karmic wants to like tell you about yourself, or a karmic wants to hurry up and like interact with you or connect to you, to block your spirit guides. So be aware. Like they want to talk to you, and they want to talk to you like a fake supporter, trying to block your spirit guides, trying to like overlap. You know, if somebody have an overbite in their mouth, there's a divine being that's trying to talk to you, and the karmic wants to repeat abnormally. Like the karmic is your divine being's overbite. Your divine being don't have an overbite. For some of you that resonates, but it's like an overbiting problem. A karmic wants to overbite the words your spirit guides and a divine being around you has to say. Okay, so with the King of Swords, that could have happened a lot in your past life. You was in a position of authority. You could have been an official, some of you guys, or you could have been higher ups where you made the decisions. You was a decision maker, and there was a lot of karmics wanting to be recognized or receive recognition over the divine beings a lot. It seemed as if you knew and you felt that, so you were in a position to clear the way. You were a way clearer. You have and had a position of authority where you would balance things out. You were very much someone to balance things out. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant. Also, a Scorpio, Pisces. You used to balance things out when it comes to your communication, whether you communicated or you did not. I did see for you in your past life, you not communicating as much was benefiting. Okay, something to do with in regards to career or workplace. You took your job seriously. professionalism. I saw a bunch of monkeys ruining things for someone, like heavy weight. They were like in the entire way. Um, you were balancing the weight as well, and people saw or didn't see you in your position of authority. Okay, and then with the hanged man here, there's a karmic that wanted your seat, wanted your position, and they was like, well, the way you should treat people is if a person's in a bad mood, you get in a bad mood too, and you tell them, yeah, like there's some like you notice like with this hangman, there's a person in the reverse that wanted to be leadership, but they're in the reverse. They don't qualify to be leadership, but they blocked others' potential with working with you. And it could have been an interview. It could have been a get to know. It could have been a background check for some of you guys, because somebody wanted to qualify for a position of authority, for a authoritative figure position. Some of you guys was way high up. Others of you guys, it was like leadership, a form of it, like presidential government. I'm talking about something to do with govern of towns, then govern of states. But with the hangman here, there was somebody that did not fit any of the qualifications. Somebody was new in the equation here. I'm also picking up, but there's in the past life, there's a karmic that lied on what happened, that felt like they qualified. They were complaining and they felt like somebody did them wrong, and they felt like they qualified for a position or something like that. They got rejected. A person got rejected, and they figured to wait for an opportunity. But I feel like a person got rejected because you didn't like the way that they operate. You didn't like the way they operate. They operated in complete reverse compared to what you were looking for, compared to they were just, and they kept like nagging those that was next to be evaluated. It looks like those is in the waiting room, and or waiting for results. That you saw more potential in. But this person in the past life, they felt like you were favoritism. You were choosing favoritism in a situation because the person felt like they were well dressed, they were well groomed, they felt like that they had something to look at, even if it wasn't perfect. It looks like here something isn't perfect. They felt like it was something to look at. They felt targeted. They felt targeted before, during, and after. It looked like in this position of authority, people dressed alike, because I'm picking up the blue shirt and the red pants is on him and on this individual in the reading room. Okay, the individual may have felt that like they got the position. It could have been, I'm seeing a position where they give you scrubs. It's kind of like scrubs, but it's something else. It could have been like a temporary uniform. This person even may have had a chance to perform on the job as if it was theirs already. Like what's it called, a training, but not training. It was to see if they qualified at their work ethic. Okay. And with the high priestess here, it looks like you listen to your intuition or your gut feelings, your hunches in the situation here. Something to do with a person's family. A person's family could have spoke up on a situation behind the scenes to help you make a decision. But you are a very hard worker. You're a very hard worker. Um, Whoever was rejected was there. It was like a fated meeting. It felt like, because it was really intense at the moment and it's really intense after the fact. You could have reincarnated with that same individual. It could be a family friend. It could have been a exes of yours, relative or friend, or a person that you're relationship with, family or friend. It was around you somehow, maybe in school, work. You bumped into this person somewhere again, and it was feeling like a fated meeting again, really intense. They try to mark you off where the status was imbalance somewhere, because we could barely talk about you in this past life. We could only talk about what you did and with the decision you made, in which I'm sure there's others that enjoyed your decisions and your leadership. I'm sure there's others that enjoyed your decision and your leadership. It's like one person that is just blocking your way. But you're a really hard worker, and it's following you. This past life is wanting to return to you somehow. It's wanting you to get back in the position, is what I'm picking up here for pile number 2. That is your past life reading. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. If you like a personal reading, all my information is linked in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, hello, pile number 3. That chose the red card. Past life reading. Okay, Knight of Swords. The Six of Wands and the Page of Wands. Overall is the Emperor. Okay, overall is the Emperor. So in the past life, you could have been a messenger. In the past life, you were and are a messenger. You currently are still a messenger. A knight. Knight of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant here. Excuse me, with the Emperor, it was almost time for war. Before war, there is a lot of paperwork. There is a lot of discussions. There's a lot of passings. Like, passings is significant. There is the collective, the community loved your work when it comes to you as a messenger, when it comes to you clearing the way for warfare, battleship, to go to war here with the Emperor, to get in position to go to war. But it's right before going to war, I'm picking up here, where there's a lot of people gathering around. There's a lot of people around. This could have been like back in the day before there was presidents, when there was more royalty, kings and queens. Egypt can be significant for some of you. Europe, the country, Europe is significant for you guys as a location. And I'm picking up here that you were communicating to the higher ups authority. You will also send messages really cleanly, really fast, it seems like, towards others. There was a huge, now I'm starting to see, because uh, you were really youthful. You started out really young. You could have looked really young, even older, like aging. You still look pretty young. It looked like there was a problem around somewhere where you attacked a person. You attacked a person, and everyone was crowding around, and you had everyone on your side. Everyone was on your side because everyone loved your work and what it is that you do, and everyone was on your side, and a person was constantly attacked. Somebody could have been in a dungeon. Somebody could have been in a dungeon, or they were in an outside imprisonment. Like, I know Rome has imprisonments on the outside. It's cellars on the outside, like concrete. And a person will be like just sitting in there outside, like a dog or an animal. And what I'm picking up here is they wanted to retaliate on lying on who it is you were attacking. So they tried to lie like you were attacking the public, innocent people's work, because you wasn't supposed to be in the position of work you were doing. They didn't want you in the position. They were like, they didn't want you in the position. So you were taking somebody else's position somewhere, apparently. Well, it looks like there was passage. That's what happened. A person was judged. They could have known what it is they've done. A person was judged, and they were acting like they were fine in that imprisonment. They were the emperor. They were on top of the world. A karmic enjoyed being arrested or being confined in a cement imprisonment outside, like it was their throne. Oh, because it was royalty days, that's why. Because it was those types of days. They were the king. They felt like they were the king. And that's what they were like lying about. Anyway, with this page of wands here, you found that person was doing things or trying to do something to the higher ups. It was caught and found, and they were talking all day and all night. There was a karmic that was just talking in that imprisonment all day and all night, or just all night when nobody was around. But it looked like you found something that they were trying to do and stopped it before it could be done. Our karmic wanted to hold on to however it is you knew, and cursed your hunch intuition. They wanted to get close to next to you because they wanted your work for them. They wanted you to work for them. They wanted you on their side. Low key, they wanted you on their side, and they wanted you to hear them forcefully. Yeah, but so they didn't first attack you. They wanted to first get you back for then finding something out, and then they wanted to work with you. Because they wanted you to be able to know to find stuff out for them someday or one day, because they wanted king position. This was somebody that wanted to be the emperor, actually, which is higher than the king. The emperor is an experienced king. That's experience. that actually earned in warfare a higher up position after going to war one to many times. A king turns into an emperor. That person that was locked up in an imprisonment thought they were the emperor already. That they went to war because they were locked up in that imprisonment and their people was watching them getting beat on, and they felt like they were a king that grew into an emperor. They trying to have an emperor's title or position here. Some people would think it's impressive the way they try to hold up. But what I'm picking up on, they were into it because they felt a rush. That's what I'm saying. They want to do it again. For some of you guys, they want to do it again and return back to these times somewhere. That's what I'm picking up for pile number 3. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you enjoy it, or something to do with a commonality, feeling there's something common, but there is nothing common in the situation. That's what it is. But yeah, if you would like a personal reading, all my information is linked in the description box below. If you resonate with this message and enjoy it, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.